Hi friends, my name is Kumar, channel name Kumar exclusive, like, comment, subscribe. Yesterday or day before yesterday I made Telugu video. I'm trying to do the same in English. And how do I get the news? Like TV9, one of the Telugu news channels from India, as a recommended video it has come. So they didn't tell the source, but when I put that in the chat GPT, I asked for the source. Then ChatGPT has given the Reddit, the gentleman IT worker who is drawing $72,000 salary, that is 60 lakhs in India, as frustrated, and he said, what is this life here? So that's what he wrote. And also I posted on YouTube community wall, and before reading his post, let me read my comment so that the viewers from India or outside or anywhere, they will understand. The comment I wrote is like, just a minute. So KE comments on this post. Also I posted it on the Reddit also. Outside India, if you don't have a green card or PR, fellow Indians exploit you more than the system does. So it may feel better than life in India, but one day you will realize how beautiful life in India was. Sadly, by then it's often too late to return. So this is what people from my followers from New Zealand wrote emails, from Australia they wrote emails, from Middle East, from Abu Dhabi especially they wrote emails. How someone went to court there and fought against the Indian employers or agents there. And then I advise him, don't place video against his client, because the law of the Abu Dhabi doesn't agree. If you place video against the client, not employer, client, you remember, right? So it is sad. Outside India, it is the our guys only, they what you call cheat. So IT worker in Bangalore referred TV9. That's about. So then I also reposted in American slang on X and also Twitter, right? And also on the YouTube, because Americans may not understand what is this LPA, 60 lakhs and all, right? So a Reddit post by 30-year-old tech worker from Bangalore, India has gone viral, sparking widespread debate about the quality of life in India for middle class. So despite combined household income of approximately 60 lakhs, that means he and his spouse also working, drawing together 60 lakhs. But can you imagine if he feels like that to flee India? Of course, I also fled India, right? Like any other NRIs, non-reliable Indians or non-resident Indians living outside India, we fled for more money, dollars, green card, or PR, or U.S. citizen, or whatever passport of that country, right? So, but what about the daily wage laborers, right? Daily wage workers. If a $72,000 guy is thinking like that in India, so there is something called purchase power parity. For example, you buy a coffee in India, $1 or maybe 10 rupees to 100 rupees, but the same coffee or better quality coffee cost $5 to $13 in Starbucks. And Montana and Texas, no taxes, there is 50 cents. But if you go to Indian restaurants, they loot $3. So it depends on the purchase power parity, right? So that's what. And frustration over. So key concern highlights. What he has compared is infrastructure highlights issues residing in Oramavu, Bengaluru place, I think. So he noted that commuting just 3 kilometers takes 40 minutes. 1.5 kilometer equal to 1 mile. That means 2 miles distance, approximately 2 mile distance here, 2 minutes. But depends, in New York City or in some places it takes time, but not this much in like in India due to broken roads ongoing. In America also there are 5 seasons: summer, spring, winter, and whatever, fall and construction. Okay. So some traffic bottlenecks. He criticized the lack of accountability infrastructure projects. Economic Times also printed this article. Project starts but never finish. Where's the accountability? High taxes with minimal returns. This also I noticed from many people. He pointed out despite having paying $30 to $40 for their income in taxes. They receive 30% taxes for H1B, 17% for OPTs, and GC and U.S. citizen also 30%, and Australia, New Zealand, developed countries 30% is the tax, brother, of income tax. But come back with the facilities. Written no free health care, unreliable water supply, inadequate public education. So initially I thought education is free in America. No, you pay taxes. The parents or single parent pay tax in the community. That's why their children have free education in the public schools. There are 6 different kinds of schools here. Rich can afford private schools. The $30,000 to $50,000 annual fees from first to high school, whatever. So, but most Indians, they go to public schools. Very few go to private schools. They can afford. So, and the Christian schools are also there. Unreliable water supply and then inadequate public education. He compared countries like Canada, Germany, where similar tax returns fund robust public services. That's good. And I also got a video on WhatsApp. The gentleman is saying healthcare systems are broken in abroad compared to India. But India is India, man. West, East or West, India is best. Once you fled India, it's impossible to return. And living conditions. The man described quality of life. Yeah, quality of life is very bad. But still, India is far better than any other countries. That you will realize only after you fled India. Just sad in quotes, citing issues like dust, noise, stress and road rage. Yeah, he also expressed concern about safety, mentioning he doesn't feel comfortable sending his wife out alone after 7 p.m. That's also true. Corruption. He recounted having to pay 20,000 bribes to obtain a marriage certificate, highlighting system corruption and bureaucratic. I also worked in government in India, right? I know I met an honest clerk who cannot afford a chappal, also shoes, and because he is living by salary. And on the TV9 news, one truck driver wrote a comment in Telugu saying that from crossing the state to state, people are asking bribes. Police, especially mentioned, police takes bribes. Tolls is a scam. So many tolls. In spite of it, harassment and delays, and poor or worse road conditions. So rising, and I also feel sad that government, central government and state government sell tag petrol, that is called gas in the US, right? Petrol, they put more taxes on it and they run government. How sad it is, right? And center and state blame. And India sell petrol to Nepal, but in the Nepal it's a lesser price than India. Even Pakistan also, right? Lesser price. Rising costs. Despite their substantial income, he noted that express like rent, school fees increasing rapidly, outpacing their earnings. He mentioned that even household help demanding, household, but in US Western we don't have servant maids. Demanding high wages, it is justifiable whatever the servant maids are asking. Broader implication, this post has responded with many professionals in India, igniting discussions of the country's infrastructure, governance, and the challenges faced by, irrespective of any fucking government. That is, government means party in power. They are not making any progress. That's what I see because of caste and corruption. I believe lots of source links are there, man. One, and I've asked the same thing for Americans to understand. Hey folks, 30-year-old tech guy living in Bangalore, married to, or the topic is India gonna change or should I just get out already? So working professionals combined, we make around $72,000 on paper. Life should be chill, but honestly, question mark. The quality of life here sucks. Makes me wonder if staying in India even more worth. So the one he mentioned, roads are a joke. It takes 40 minutes drive for 2 miles. So not even kidding. The roads are either full of path holes constantly under construction or totally jammed with traffic. So projects, that means road projects, are abandoned halfway. It is like living in the construction zone, and we pay for higher road taxes in the country, and but poor. For example, I paid extra 2,700 in road tax compared to what I pay in Delhi. So this guy moved from Delhi to Bangalore, and he wrote about Bangalore conditions. And what do I get? A bumpy ride through moon craters. So this is the straight up way highway robbery. Tax to death. And for what? We give 30 to 40% of our income in taxes and 18% GST on everything we buy in return. Question mark. No free healthcare, no decent public schools, unreliable water supply. But in US you get water supply, man. We pay $40. So we have to pay out of pocket for private hospitals, yeah, private schools, and even water tankers just to survive. He compared countries with Canada, Germany, pay taxes but actually get stuff solid healthcare. Canada healthcare is free, it seems, but not U.S.A is expensive. Clean roads, decent air, yeah, some peace of mind. But Hindus started, please don't get offended, started doing like Ganesh Nimajjan, Devi Nimajjan, North Indians also spoiling rivers here. I've seen plenty of videos on X. So that spoiling rivers here and movie theaters too, right? So living here feels like war zone. In its dusty noise and flat out stressful. Road race is a norm, yeah. Walking anywhere is dangerous and the air quality is trash. I don't feel safe letting in my wife step out of alone after dark, yeah. In India, unfortunately, you have to accompany your siblings until they get married, and husbands have to accompany. Otherwise, you don't know who will kidnap and rape. So corruption is everywhere. So I needed a marriage certificate, that gentleman. So they rejected my application for no reason. And in 2014, when I visited India, one a cab driver told, "Sir, a newly girl born," and sir, he asked me the question, "Sir, why government officers made me to roam around the office at least for a weekdays by skipping his job?" They took bribes, but they took 1 week to give the certificate. Why, sir? That's very sad. That corruption you don't see at lower and middle level in abroad. In fact, offering corruption bribe to police is a crime here. So drop I need a marriage certificate. They rejected my application for this. Is a shameful, man. Whatever the fucking religion caste you are watching from India, what the heck your caste religions taught you, dharma and all that nonsense. What are they doing in office? That's what you need to question the people there. And he had to drop $2,000, sorry, 2,000 rupees. That means $24 to get it done. So this is insane in abroad. This happens everywhere. Only for SSN you go to is something like Aadhaar card type, and then driving license or any traffic violations you go to court. Except that, otherwise you don't need to go to any government office here. Everything done online. If you have green card to start a business, it takes 2 days, man. So, but our guys misusing, that is a different story. Unless you grease some palm, nothing moves. So meanwhile, politicians get richer every day. Cost of living is going nuts. Rent up to 10% this year. School fees are brutal. Yeah, even domestic workers are asking for more, which I totally support. They deserve better too. But it just feels like everything getting more expensive while our incomes are flattening. So I really want to stay here and contribute, but the system feels rigged. If you remember when Kumar, Elias name, that gentleman told, "We love India, stay in India," something like that. So he get very good amount of money, and his version is different. So let us respect every individual out there. So government wants bleed the middle class dry and funnel all our money into political weddings, gold printed invitations. So I'm genuinely asking, is there any hope? Or am I just fooling myself thinking India will ever get it act together? So that's a very good questions you posted on the. So the same thing I posted on Telugu video also I made, and also I posted the same thing on the X. But I also have asked some questions myself. So why life feels hard even for 60 LPA in India? So I have asked some questions to ChatGPT. Why life is worst for people who are drawing $72,000 in India annum? What are the solutions if they feel so? What about daily wage workers? Where do they have to go by leaving India? Right? So broken. Then why life feels harder even at 60 lakh LP or $72,000 in India means broken infrastructure, road, traffic, pollution, construction chaos. You waste time, energy just moving around. Safety net, no free healthcare, no traffic, public education, no strong public education. Everything is privatized, so you pay twice, once in tax, again for services. That's very sad. Corruption, third point. From getting certificate to basic services, bribes are normalized. If you don't give bribes, you don't get service in India. Even I was in government one time. I was working with the United Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Mr. Nara Chandrababu Naidu. Now he is same Chief Minister of the divided Andhra Pradesh. And it's because I was with them at that time. The cop afraid, police afraid to ask bribes because he came to give a passport verification for my son. You know, right? In India, everybody has to pay huge bribes for passport verification. Police, that is his job to verify the address that person is living or not. Just for that verification, they take money. Even now, nobody can stop that kind of fucking things. Because I was in government, I was with the chief minister. He noticed. He was scared to ask, but the police also hails from the Jubilee Hills police station. Otherwise, they would loot. So, cost of living rising faster than the income. Rent, schools, fees, groceries, even domestic help, all increasing yearly. Mental stress, burnout, long hours, chaos, zero peace. Very sad, man. Some of the questions I posted to ChatGPT. What are the possible solutions? Instead of see, anyway, I'm outside India, right? So I cannot give solutions, but ChatGPT gave some solutions. Urban reform. Cities need serious investment in roads, transport, basic civic planning with accountability. But unfortunately, Indians here and there minds full with caste, corruption, religion, language. So tax and people vote based on that. So what you see, what you get, right? So tax reforms ensure middle class taxes are better utilized with the transparent reporting and public services. Digitalize, digitize bureaucracy. Bureaucracy is a big problem for India. Reduce face-to-face interaction to cut the corruption. Invest in local governance. Empowerment municipal bodies to actually fix the broken on the ground. Citizen pressure. People earning 60 lakhs are educated and influential. They must vote smart, organize, and push for real reform. So, but if 60 lakhs people want to live, what about poor and daily wagers, right? So that is the tragic irony. If the top 10% feel stuck, imagine the life of a daily wage worker earning $300 a day. Sorry, 300 rupees a day, not even dollars. It may be $4 or $5, right? A farmer with no irrigation, agriculture farmer with no irrigation, a maid traveling 2 hours each way, a delivery boy with no job security. They cannot leave India. So they don't have H1B, Canada, PR, dollars. Their only hope, local level change, social support and government action. Final thoughts. India's problem is just about money. It's a systematic it's a systematic neglect, mismanagement and a lack of accountability. If the middle class leaves, the country loses the very people who could fix the things. The real solution: fix the system, not flee it. That is the problem. You already shamelessly fled India, so I have no right to say don't come, right? So those who are staying there, they have to fix it. Do you see Americans fleeing America in spite of Indians post their jobs? Even the film industry, yesterday I made a video how the films are also ditching by Indians, right? That's why President Trump has put 100% tariff on foreign films. In spite of it, they are living here, right? They are not begging, so they are struggling. Do you think they are fleeing to India and some other countries? So you have to fix the problem. There is no other go. And right, very good. Hats off to that gentleman for positively come out and wrote his. Otherwise, the world may not know, right? See you again in the next video. I repeat, my name is Kumar. Kumar exclusive. I speak truth. I confront the wrongdoing of Indians here, and I make education awareness videos. Truth is not hate. Unfortunately, many think like that. And see you again in the next video with a new topic. Until then, goodbye and God bless you. Like, comment, share. So, make India great again.